afternoon, guys. Back around the fresh vinyl review. Today we're going to be looking at the X Plus 25cm Rick exclusive Godzilla 1964 B. What does that mean, B? This is the Godzilla 64 suit from Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. Okay. Also, the very next sequel in the Godzilla Showa series after Mothra vs. Godzilla, which is also my favorite film, and Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster is my second favorite film of literally of all the Godzilla films. And they both came out in 1964. Boom. Pretty cool. Yes. Okay. All right. So this figure came out July 2019, summer 2019. Bam. Let's talk about the box real quick. Bigger box for 25cm because it comes with the Rick, Rodan, and Mothra Larvae. So you got to get these all packed into one. So no window display, just typical brown box, black and white display, or just black and brown display on the box cover. Okay. Nothing crazy going on. Just, again, as we always say, your typical mumbo-jumbo plastic housing. I said this in another review. The boxes are starting to look like sponsorships on the NASCAR, quarter panels and everything. You got the Godzilla licensing, not so much sticker. The older Marvel licensing Godzilla sticker. You got the Godzilla Legendary logo there. You got the 65th anniversary Godzilla logo. Up here we got X Plus Garage Toy. And then we got the goddamn Rick exclusive sticker, Starburst. So it's a Rick exclusive because, what all's going on over here, what's happening. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Boom. Okay, I brought up the original Mothra versus Godzilla 64 figure from X Plus 25cm line here. So we'll do comparison as we go. Now, mind you, these are not really the same size because this Godzilla figure is standing on a base. So let's just talk about that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Are these technically in the same scale? Yeah, it's just Godzilla 64B, his head's looking up, and the original 64 here figure is looking down. So they don't technically look like they're in the same height, but they really are in the same scale because the elbows and arms and everything are pretty much positioned the same. So size comparison with these two look pretty good, okay? I probably should have the 25cm Rodan up here, but I don't know where he is behind me right now, and I don't really feel like digging him out because if you've seen my clip where I dropped my gigantic burning Godzilla, I'm not going to do that right now. So we're just going to talk about these figures right here, if that's okay. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, so 64B, a figure that a lot of us were asking from X Plus for a while when it was announced at, I think it was the springtime or Winter Wonder Festival, probably the spring. I can't remember when it was announced. I was like, yes, finally, the 64B from my second favorite Godzilla film, and we got him, and he looks dope. Now, I have to go back and look at this because I've had the figure for a while at the time of this recording. I don't necessarily have any complaints. The eyes on this figure, some of the finer detailed model guys worked on the eyes on this figure, but the eyes are not glazed over much like the original 64 looks like. So these are just white eyes, black pupils. They look pretty clear. It's like he got some Visine and, got that haze out. But honestly, I don't really have any complaints about the way the figure looks. He does look derpy, but he did look derpy in the film. In the film, in Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, the Godzilla suit was kind of beat up. Well, it was beat up at the time after the film Mothra vs. Godzilla. The scenes in that film in Ghidorah where his face is just looking all jiggly and everything. But it was already like that even in Mothra vs. Godzilla, but even more so here in this film. But all in all, it's still a great looking suit. So sculpt-wise, there's really not much you can detail and get into depth about a Godzilla figure. As we all know, he's charcoal gray. I always think he's charcoal gray, or like deck gray for anybody who's in the military. The tree bark skin, dorsal plates are painted bone white, highlighted, nicely done. Fingernails, toenails, again, bone white. The paint job looks really, really good. Something I started talking about back when the 1965 25cm Godzilla came out is that the attention to detail on the figures is looking really, really crisp, and we get the same type of texturing, detail, and all that good stuff here. The textures just look deep. It's like they're when the sculptor is sculpting the Godzilla figure, he's doing a really, really good job of getting these grooves and everything going on there. So they look much finer, much deeper, really, really look good. Out of the box, you just got to plop Godzilla's tail on. So typical mumbo-jumbo, squishy, soft action going on there. The detail, his teeth, tongue, all that stuff individually sculpted. Looks really, really nice. I haven't heard of any issues with this Godzilla release, pieces missing, tongue missing, or any of that silliness. And with the Rick figure, it's awesome to get, again, extra pieces rather than getting light-ups or something. Now, I wouldn't lie, this would be cool if this was a light-up, because he's roaring, his neck is up, head's up, looking up. If these were blue dorsal plates, well, boy, that would have been pretty cool. But it's awesome to get a flying Rodan with Mothra. You put Mothra on Rodan's back, like we saw in the film when they were fighting Ghidorah, whatever you call him. Comes with the stand. I mean, the stand, it is what it is. Rod, plastic base, and everything, and harness for Rodan to sit on. I will admit, Rodan is a big Rick extra. He looks really, really good. Detail is really top notch. I have no complaints. The paint job looks great. The sculpt looks great. Everything looks awesome, and he's got that derpy looking chicken face to him, so that looks pretty damn cool. Mothra Larva, pretty small, little looking like worm. I mean, if we look at the Rick Extra Mothra Larvas here that came with this original 64, they're nowhere near close in scale. We could just say, yeah, this is more like a little baby Mothra Larva, but anyway, these are in scale with Godzilla. Maybe they're not as in scale. Maybe they should be a little bit bigger, but I think these look great together. This looks great with Rodan. Now, if we wanted to do like a mini set, I have it over here somewhere. Where is he? I can never find anything when I need it. So we have this Godzilla that came with the museum set. This Godzilla fits pretty damn good in scale with the minis here. And I have the Mothra. I think it's in frame, but if you look over here, I'll just pick them up. Hopefully I don't drop them. I have a problem with dropping stuff. These, oh my gosh, this looks great together. I'm going to have to do a photo shoot with all these guys. So we got Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra Larvae, and Mothra Adult. That looks awesome. Just even looking at it like this. Cool. So those all fit in scale nicely together. So if you're like Jessica Etchels, what's up, yo? You like collecting the minis, you got yourself a serious cool little collection going on with the mini extras here, okay? Good. So really, that's it for the Godzilla figure here. It's awesome to have a 64B. If they drop a 30 centimeter 64B, I'll be all over that like, peanut butter and jelly. Okay. Price-wise, if you went standard, you probably paid around 110, give or take. And the Rick was probably around 140 or so. It's been a while since I got this. So, again, not this 25 centimeter figure is not going to break you in the bank. Unless it's a big 25 centimeter like Destroyer back here, wherever he is. Oh, there you are. Hello. Anyway, so, I don't really have any complaints. Again, I'm a X plus, white knight here, so I think it looks awesome. No complaints from me, like I said. So 10 out of 10. X plus, Jeremy, being that you're working for them now, we want a 25 centimeter Showa Rodan flying form in fashion like this. 25 centimeter flying Rodan. We can even get a 56 flying Rodan, a 65 flying Rodan. Okay? 68, 64 will do just fine. It could stand in for 64 and 68. So let's make it happen. Come on, chop, chop. Okay? All right, that's it. That's all I got. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next Fresh Vinyl review. And remember, people, buy vinyl, fresh vinyl. Bam.